All right, everybody. Hello. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to do that. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Hey. The girl, Ruthie the Truth, your financial wellness coach, and your number one strategist for goal driven planning. And hey, y'all, I don't know if you know what today is, but let me tell you right now, it is the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Hey, hey. What's going on? Yes, today is Wheel of Life Wednesday, and I'm not sure if you guys have done the Wheel of Life, but just in case you haven't, be sure to go to uh, www.truth.com/waitlist and make sure that you join my official 800 Dads and Grads count so that way you do not miss out on all of the updates and everything that is coming. All right. For those of you who are joining me here for the very first time, I want to say welcome, welcome to all of my new followers. I really hope that you get a lot out of this page. And if there is anything that you feel that may be missing, please don't hesitate to let me know. Send me a DM. I don't bite. I promise you. I don't scratch. I mean, not virtually anyway. So, definitely, yeah. Send me a DM. Let me know what it is that you may be looking for, and how I may be of a positive financial impact to you for the remainder of this year of 2024. All right. Just gonna allow a little more time for people to get in, and I guess in the meantime, I will show what the Wheel of Life workbook is all about. All right. So for anybody who has not seen the Wheel of Life workbook, um, it is basically a comprehensive tool that is specifically designed to help you with processing your feelings, right? So for many people who may not know, May 1st, well, I'm sorry, the whole month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? And so this month is especially um you not what's the word, this month is especially special to me. That's not what I meant to say, but whatever, that's what's coming out. um to me for numerous reasons, right? Because I am a mother, so Mother's Day is in the month of May. Both of my children were born in May, and mental health awareness, which is the whole premise of my business, is the entire month of May. So, yeah, and then not to mention, Ruthie the Truth, my birthday is in May, yo. So this whole month of May is gonna be a super turn up, and I definitely hope that y'all have enough energy within yourselves and enough time on your schedules to tap in with me as the month progresses. And if not, I do hope that you do catch the replay. And again, definitely go on to my www.ruthlyllytruth.com/waitlist so that way you can join the official 800 count for the dads and grads of 2024. All right. So this tool is the wheel of life, right? Which is comprised of the 8 major categories that directly impact your mental health and your finances. All right. And so, I tell people life is complicated enough. There's no need to make it more complicated. And so, what I've done is found a way to simplify it to 8 major categories, actually, one of which has 2 subcategories, which we'll get into that a little later. And on a scale of 1 to 10, we will take turns asking each other, how are you feeling? All right. How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? One, feeling the absolute worst that you've ever felt in your life, and 10, representing the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life. All right. So yeah, we will go and take some time to go around the entire circle. And not only that, I will also ask you questions in regards to like where you're at and what it is that you want to achieve. Because, at the end of the day, it's not only about mental health, it is about accomplishing your goals. Like, that's what this page is mission to do, is to help you accomplish your financial goals. So, I definitely want y'all to engage and let me know what financial goals you have set for 2024. So that way we could, cut to the chase, get straight to business, and get you the financial freedom that you deserve. All right? Sooner than later. All right. So make sure you take action today. And there's no better day than the month of May, May 1st, for the Wheel of Life Wednesday. That was just so ironic. I love how that worked out. All right. So, yes. So, I guess without further ado, let me start the first category. All right. So I'm not gonna write in this book because that is this is my sit there and look pretty book. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just let that sit and look pretty real quick. All right. So, um, I decided to use my little handy dandy clipboard, and I created a little cheat sheet. So yeah, here we go. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? Excuse me, about your health, but more specifically, how are you feeling about your mental health? All right, and I'm going to fill this out as well, so I don't want y'all to feel like I'm just asking y'all all the questions and I'm not answering it myself. Um, let's see. So for this week, what's today? Today's May 1st. So I'll put 5/1, 24. This week, I must be honest, I had a bit of a roller coaster week. Like portion of the week was good and trending upward, and then the middle of the week kind of trended like it's a plummet. I was told that I had like a panic attack, and that wasn't cool. Never felt like that before. So I don't know exactly if that's what it was, but yeah, shout out to my cousins and the family that was around me to help me get through that experience, because it was not any experience I ever want to have ever again in my life, like ever. And yeah, so with that said, my mental health is actually not as high as it normally is because I did lose an uncle, and it's been affecting me. The grieving process has been affecting me much greater than I expected it to. Like it's impacted me way more than I ever intended it or expected it to. But at the end of the day, this is a part of life, and this is why I have the wheel of life work with. Like, this is exactly what it is. So, I'm honestly, I know I might be going a little bit off the, time schedule, time frame, but I feel like it's important, right? Because being that today is May 1st, and it is the mental, the month of mental health awareness. It's my spirit is being led to be very transparent with you all, um, because this is what the workbook is for, right? It's to help you during major life transitions. Um, and there's no greater life transition than death, if you ask me. And kind of like surviving a loved one, especially when it's someone who was very close to you and you were very close to them. They were very supportive of you, um, and then they're gone. It has been very challenging. So, I would say, hey, yeah, I would say, this is this is the reason why I do it. I feel like, you know, so I don't know what everybody's religious belief is, but I believe in God, and um, I have developed a relationship with God since my teenage years, and that has been my source of strength through many of these trying times. And right now is a very trying time in my life, and I feel as if like you know this is God's way of testing me to make sure that I am being as genuine and authentic as my Ruthie the Truth name that I was given when I started this financial wellness coaching journey back in October of 2021. So, yeah, it's very interesting the way that life goals and like a lot of times as an entrepreneur you want to do your best to like keep everything together and keep everything stay on top of everything, right? But the difference between entrepreneurship, especially when you're doing it on a full-time basis versus doing it part-time and working a traditional 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, 10 to 6, whatever your employee hours are. It's a balancing act. It's a juggling act, and when you have full control over your own schedule, it makes it that much more difficult when life transitions happen because most of the time people don't know what's going on because you are your own, like you're within your own world, kind of, So um, it can be challenging at times. I mean, sometimes you do have a team of people, and one thing I will say is like major shout out to my FinCon peeps. Like you guys have really been keeping up with me and keeping me motivated, and I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to know. I hope every last one of y'all that have checked in on me this week and last week and just kind of um help me keep my head above water in this entrepreneurial journey. I just want y'all to know that I appreciate you, every last one of you, and I hope you see this because I know sometimes it can be very long-winded. But I hope you at least stay long enough to see this part because, it's very important to tell people, especially when it comes to mental health, to let people know when you actually appreciate them and when you appreciate what it is specifically that you appreciate them for. Because, you know, there's so many things that people do for you, and you may appreciate it on the inside, but you never actually express it to them, and they may feel like as if whatever they're doing is completely in vain, and that's not the case. Many times it's not the case. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I extend my gratitude, and I know I have a gratitude challenge coming up for the month of June. But I want to extend the gratitude now because tomorrow's not promised, and I want you guys to know that you definitely have been, keeping me encouraged during this very difficult time of life transition in my life right now, of grieving. So, you know, but again, without being too long-winded, I just want to say um, that yeah, my mental health this week, I would say is probably at like a 4. Earlier in the week, like the weekend was even probably lower than that. Well, not probably it was. That was the worst I've ever felt. Like literally the worst I've ever felt in my life. So I'm gonna say a 3. I'm gonna give this category a 3 because it was rough. It was really rough. And you know, transparency, right? But it's always great to have people around you that can keep you uplifted and keep you encouraged. Um, whether they know it or not. So yeah, without going too long, the next category is physical health. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your physical health? I would say for me, maybe about like a 7. I will start getting back into the gym because I know that um, that's usually what helps a person's mental health. So, being that I know and I'm able to um, identify that there is an issue in this area, I will be taking more time out to just exercise myself and get myself back into the shape that I know that I can be in and that I will be in. Maybe not in time for the summer because I don't have but so much to lose anyway. But just to at least stay toned and just to connect with people and yeah, you guys need to realize like that's the, what you call that? That's like the hospital for your mental health. That's what I called it earlier this week. When you go and you go and hit the gym. Like a lot of people, they just you have physical health, you go to a regular hospital. Mental health, you go to the gym. So yeah, I know this. I'm passing this along to any one of you who may not know this, and hopefully I will see you guys. You know, responses in the Wheel of Life demo at least. All right. Um, all right, next category is family. Family. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your family? For me, this is a very loaded question. Very loaded question. Um, because to be honest, it all depends on who it is that you're referring to. What I will say though is that those that I know that I can depend on and rely on to kind of be there for me in my time of need. They showed up. They showed up for me, and I appreciate them as well. There's nothing like having someone there for you in your time of like desperate need. So um, I would rate that category. I would say a 6. I would give it a 6. So hey Janae. Welcome, welcome to the Wheel of Life. Feel free to participate. We are going over the wheel, and the next category that I am talking about, or we'll be talking about, is fun. All right. So I don't know if you are familiar. Are you familiar with the concept of the Wheel of Life? Because I'm not sure if I think this is the first time I'm seeing you actually on the live, but yeah, if you want, I could explain it again. Just let me know, and then I got you. So you're not okay. All right. So let me show you. I'm gonna start all over just for you, see, especially for you, just because you showed up. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate you. All right. So this is my Wheel of Life workbook, right? And ironically, today is the first day of Mental Health Awareness Month. And that is exactly what this workbook is for. This workbook is designed to tap, have mental health check-ins once a week. So I use Wednesdays, right? Because Wheel of Life starts with WW, Wheel of Life Wednesdays, right? So every Wednesday, I come on IG Live and I ask the question to all of the participants. Ask them, how are you feeling? Right. And not just oh, I'm okay. Like, not the traditional, how are you feeling? How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Right. So, um, for most people who know, if you don't, my name is Ruthie B. Truth, and I'm a financial wellness coach and strategist for goal driven planning. And so, this right here is one of the comprehensive tools that I use to help people have a positive finance, yeah, to basically get out of whatever negative financial situation they may be, right? And this is kind of like the evaluation tool to figure out, okay, well, where are you at in life right now? Like, what's going on in your life? So that's what the Wheel of Life workbook is for, is an assessment to find out how you're feeling, because we know, or if you may not know, you may or may not know, but most people, when they have financial hardships, if it's not if it's not without out of their control, then it's usually self-inflicted financial traumas and issues. And so most of the time, the cause of that are your feelings, however you're feeling or whatever your perception is of life at your given time. So if you're going through a major life transition right now, earlier I was talking about my current life transition of losing my uncle, and going through that process of grieving and still being an entrepreneur and having to wear a million hats at the same time, so I can continue to show up for you and any other dads and grads that are out there going through life transitions, and vice versa. You guys show up for me because, at the end of the day, we all are human beings and we all need to, sometimes we need somebody. I'm not exempt from needing any person, and I want everybody else to know that as well. Like, especially for dads and grads that are going through life transitions. So, um, this wheel is comprised of the 8 main categories in life that are both directly impacted by both your mental health and your finances. So I tell people life is complicated enough. There's no need to make it even more complicated. So I simplified it to 8 little slices like a pizza pie, and one of which is health has actually 2 subcategories. This is an older version of the Wheel of Life workbook, but if you go on my website, you can join my wait list to be a part of the official 800 dads and grads that I'm looking to have a positive financial impact on in their lives by December 31st. And you will have access to get the updated version of the Wheel of Life. All right. I know that was a mouthful, but hopefully, you know, it was clear enough. I hope. So, um, let me know if there's anything more that you need clarified, and I could definitely keep I guess figure out how to clarify it. Okay. Thank you for taking time to explain. Oh, no problem, no problem. You took the time to be here, so I appreciate you. So yeah. All right. So now I'll do a quick recap at the end, but the next category that I am on is fun. So the 8 categories are friends, health, family, fun, education, romance, personal growth, and career. So those are the 8 categories, and then you rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how you are feeling. 1 represents the absolute worst you've ever felt in your life, and 10 represents the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life for each of these categories. And the objective is to show people that there are numbers and feelings just like there's numbers in finance. So, you want to take at least 8 consecutive weeks to figure out where your numbers are on an emotional level before we can work on the financials on a, I guess, logistical level or the financial level. All right. So yeah, so fun. On a scale of 1 to 10. Hey, long time no see. Are you joining us for the Wheel of Life, my friend? Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your recreational life, your fun life? Um, 1 represents the absolute worst you've ever felt in your life. 10 representing the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life. Oh, and also to explain why. So, um, okay, you said a 6. Well, you're doing better than me. This was no fun. This was not a fun week for me at all. And I'm so ready for the next week. to, for this week to be over and the next week to come and do whatever's gonna do, whatever life is gonna do. I just want life to, stabilize itself. So Janae, five or six. Okay, all right, and all right. So y'all about the same. See, I gotta get like y'all. Okay, my fun level was at a today. I mean, this week. I get like so. I was saying earlier, like my uncle passed away. The funeral was horrific. That was the worst I've ever felt in my life. I've not even had a reaction like that when my brother passed away, nor when my father passed away. And I was like having hyperventilation issues, like all types of stuff I've never felt before. And so, yeah, I would say my fun level, I think I'm at like a 3. I'm at a 3 this week. But it's okay because it's gonna get better. Y'all are helping me with my fun level because y'all are participating. So, and this is new participants, not the old ones. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is life. Like this is the whole part of life transitions is that you have to you still have to keep going no matter what. And that's the whole purpose of me, having the workbook and creating this workbook for other people as well as myself. So that way we all can know that like this is just what happens in life and that we are not alone in this journey. And every day there's always something or someone that can improve your level of like wherever you are in life. It's just a matter of time. So, so yeah, God is definitely doing something that it's not fun. It's not fun for me, but it's all right. It'll get better. I know. So okay. And you said, all right, so why did you guys pick that number? I told you guys why I picked mine. Um, why did you pick 6 disco? Oh my god. I knew the name, but I remember it's D. D. Why did you pick a 6? And Janae, if you don't mind sharing, why you say between 5 and 6? So what is that, like a 5, like 5.5? Is that what it was? And normally, yes, I would have the screen here with the previous week, but nobody actually filled out the Wheel of Life this week, the electronic demo version. So I'm like, you know, just doing it old fashioned today. Okay, just had a fun weekend of learning, but now I'm getting back to real life, which is not fun. Word, that part, yes. But I'm glad you enjoyed your weekend. That's good at least. You had a better weekend than me. Man, I'm telling you. I can't wait for the next weekend. Hopefully that'll be better for me. But yeah, back to life, back to reality. That's how it goes. So yeah. And I forgot to ask, where you guys chiming in from? I forgot to ask that earlier. And I see you, Drea. Hey Jace. I know. If you can drop the what you call it. Actually, never mind. Don't even worry about it. Drea. That's what I'm talking to Drea. All right. And then while y'all are typing that, I'll move on to the next category, which is education. Oh, okay. Houston, Texas. Ew. My kids are in Houston right now. Nice. Houston is in the building. All right. Houston is fun. I actually wanted to go to Houston for Mother's Day to spend time with the children, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. So so yeah, so education on a scale of 1 to 10, and thank you so much for your prayer. I appreciate you. I really do. Um on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your education? For me, I was explaining in the previous weeks that I am working on learning Spanish. And so, there's been quite a bit of distractions happening going on in life right now for me. So I have not been able to practice the way that I normally would. However, I do know that it will get better once. Yes, grandma. Yes, I'm in the middle of a live. I'm on live. You're gonna see it. You're gonna hear it. Everybody else hearing it right now. Sorry, y'all. I was gonna take the trash out. Y'all can go on YouTube. There we go. Um, okay, fun. See? Fun, fun. All right. I digress. Education. On a scale of 1 to 10. Um, yeah, so I'm trying to learn Spanish. Shout out to who told me? Um, Mikey in Puerto Rico. Hey girl. If you have not been following Mikey, she is at what I think it's coupled investments on Instagram. I wish she was here, she would just drop it in. But yeah, she plugged me in with a an app called iTalki. And so yeah, I haven't really been able to tap into it because there's so much distractions going on in my life. Y'all see it. See, look, live, raw, uncut. I can't make this stuff up. I'm telling y'all. I just can't. And yeah, so hopefully once things kind of settle down and calm down, I will be able to get to the education piece. So for now, I mean, I have been learning and growing from, you know, I guess staying connected with other people. So I would say maybe I'm at a 7 in this category of education. But I really can't wait to start learning Spanish because I feel like it is way overdue. And I actually looked at my college transcript the other day, and I had like B plus in my Spanish class. So yeah, hopefully that will increase my fun level also. So yeah, so how are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? About your education, and while you guys are typing that, okay, no problem. I appreciate you coming through. All right. Well, I see. I guess this is still here. Scale of 1 to 10, education. You can type that in, and the next one is career. So, um, for my level right now, actually, it's at about a 9. It's at about a 9. There's been quite a bit of activity happening going on, so I can't complain. Not at all. It can be overwhelming at times, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah. All right. So I guess I'm back to just me right now. All right, so I'll wrap up the rest of the um categories and then I'll share a quick little wrap up story before. All right, so um the next one is personal growth. You said zero. Zero is not okay. Zero for education. I'm a workaholic. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the world of workaholism. Um You know what? I never even put the number 0 on here, but I guess for you, I'll make an exception. Um, but yeah, I feel you. Um, yeah, the workaholic thing is real. That's a real thing for sure. No fun. Personal growth. I would say my personal growth is at about a 9 as well. So, definitely growing and going through the growing pains. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's at a 9 because I'm still growing and it's not as fun as a growth process as I wanted it to be, but you know, it's good enough, I guess, for now. Um, I'll wait for you to put that up. And uh, the next category is romance. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about romance? Okay, 7 for career. Nice, nice. Um, Romance for me, I guess I'm neutral right now, so I'll say 5. It's just been a lot of distractions this week. So, you know, we have the new, it's just one of them weeks. No, Monica says one of them days, but feel like all of the days are one of them days this week. Um, and while you're typing in your response, I'll go to the last one, which is friends. Every time I get to this category, it reminds me of TL. And what about your friends? Will you stand their ground or they let you down? Yeah. Okay, personal growth is 8, romance 7. We will see Saturday. Ooh, what's happening on Saturday? Mm, do I hear wedding bells? All I gotta say is prenup. Prenup. Nah, let me stop. I'm serious, but still, like, as a financial wellness coach, I have to always throw that out there. But I'm joking. But okay, personal growth is at an 8. That's cool. That's cool. What makes you say, the number 8? What makes you get that number? And same for romance. What makes you give a 7? Oh, excuse me. We said LOL. Yeah, I'm on my Kanye. Say, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah, it's something that you need to have. I'm not gonna say the rest because I don't want to get too far off the topic. Yeah. So friends, scale of 1 to 10. You know what? I would say maybe like a 7. I mean, to me, it's more like acquaintances, not necessarily like friends. But yeah, on an acquaintance level, I would say I'm about like a 7. Actually, I'll give it a 7.5. I mean, I know there's no like point fives in between the circle, but I'm just right. Okay, you gave it that because you're still growing. Okay, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's cool. That's cool. All right, and then the last category was friends. What do you give your friends score? I mean, not score. How do you rate your friends on a scale of 1 to 10? Friends category. Romance because it's ups and downs. Girl, you ain't never lied. Never lied. But I think that's life in general, you know, and relationships. One thing I would say, so I said I was gonna wrap up with a few little words of advice and wisdom. So relationship wise, I would say um the most important factors that I've realized like really determine the health of a relationship, especially like a romantic relationship, because there's all different types of relationships. But romantic relationships, I would say, is knowing your needs and learning what your needs are. And when I say needs, as in what keeps you functional, and not only what keeps you functional, but what keeps your partner functional. And are those two functions functional with each other? And sometimes a lot of time people get blinded by love and they get, what they call a love bomb because, sometimes people get hooked up with narcissists, that's a whole nother life, a whole nother day. But yeah, these things do exist, they do happen. And I just wanted to, let people know that like there are some parts of being in a relationship, romantic relationships that people they just skip right over it. They don't take time to like figure out like just like a job, you don't just I mean some people do jump into whatever job they can get, but a romantic relationship is a job. like at the end of the day, it's a job. And if you further it, then it will become more of a committed job. It's like a career for your life. And then hopefully you don't get kicked to the curb in your career. And if you do, then there should be an exit strategy in place ahead of time so that way you make sure that you're good, which is something I did not do. And I suffered as a consequence of it. And but it was a learning process that I needed to go through. And I was fairly young, when I went through the process of divorce. So um, I'm still here, and that's the most important part. There's a lot of people that don't really get through that part and that piece, but it was not easy. It was very challenging, and I'll talk more about that on YouTube. You guys can check out my YouTube at Ruthie Be Truth. And yeah, you know, so many stories, so many stories. Okay, you said Friends is a 5 because I don't really have the time for them. Okay, hey, listen. That's what it is, and and that's good too because that just like shows your growth. Sometimes that's what determines a true friend is somebody that's still gonna be there after years of y'all being disconnected, and because everybody has lives, and nobody has time to be like sitting around and doing nothing. Like even if you have to do less with your life, you should still be doing something. Like not nothing, even retirees, they still do something. So, um, yeah, that's what determines your real friends, who your true friends are, the people that's still gonna be there after you decide that you're not, that you done living life or have a break with life at some point in time. So, so yeah, man, that wraps everything up. For now, actually, I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted to say was this book I have been reading. It's called The New SSI Method, right? And so I just wanted to share this real quick. Shout out to Mindful Money LLC on Instagram or at Mindful Money LLC. Joe Robinson, who is the author of this book that I won during. Hey, I don't even know you're still here. You were quiet that whole time. All right, let me finish. You just distracted me. Um, yes, this is a really good book. All right, so this is the ultimate money guide for the incarcerated and formerly incarcerated that does not rely on government assistance. All right. So Joe Robinson wrote this book, and I'm actually going to be I have scheduled a podcast interview coming up to talk more about his book and how it could be a benefit not only to people who were impacted by the criminal justice system, but also anybody who is going through a life transition. Because so far, the SSI method that I'm reading, well, not just on the back of the book, but in the book as well, a lot of these actionable steps, like it's they're simple, like they're not complicated to the point where you are not able to take the steps. Like, sometimes people they put things in books and it's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to get from 0 to 100? Like it doesn't make much sense. So one thing I will say that I love about this book so far, I've only read a couple of pages. But with the couple of pages that I did read, is that it really helps to highlight um the mindset shift that has to take place because let's face it, um, being incarcerated mentally, which is the reason why I said you really don't even have to be someone who was directly impacted by the criminal justice system, because a lot of people out here they have never been incarcerated, and they walk around with the most imprisoned mindset that you ever encounter in your life, and it doesn't have to be that way, especially when these people like they have children that are relying on them, and so I feel like this is a great book that, for dads and grads especially, um, to read through and to learn about, like, the difference between um, SSI the government version of SSI, and the new method SSI that focuses on your mindset in order for you to make and maintain the money that it is that you receive. All right, on the outside. And so, just really quick, I'll give you a little snippet. So, Joe Robinson's SSI stands for savings plan. The first S is savings. The second S is spending plan, and the I stands for investing. So savings, spending, and investing plans. The key word in all in this SSI method is a plan. PLAN. So having a plan in place is the most important part of the method. The method will not work without the plan. And so that is why I'm especially excited to really talk more about this book. And yes, Ruben, you said I want that book. Yes, yes. Don't you worry. When I finish reading, I can hand it off to you. You know, we can talk. Hit me up in the DM, and I got you. Um, yes, because this is a book that everyone, like not just the person that has been in the it, affected by the criminal justice system, like this could work for somebody who's never been incarcerated, but especially for anybody that you may know who is a dad or grad that has been incarcerated. And one reason why it may be taking me a little longer than I expected to like get through the book is because the uncle that I was telling you guys about earlier that passed away, he actually was a dad that I was working with, that I did get him access to $13,000, and you know he wasn't hip to the SSI method per se, and he kind of blew it, and I get it because he was a part of he was impacted, he was financially impacted by the criminal justice system. Um, Back in the 80s. I mean, I don't know when the first time he went through the incarceration process. Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, my phone is telling me I need to get with it to get lost. So I'm gonna make this quick. Um, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what year he actually went in for the very first time. But it was difficult for him to stay out once he was out of jail, and it was difficult without a plan in place. Um, the odds of staying out are very slim. And one thing that I admired most about my Uncle Reg was that he never gave up. Like he was somebody who always um, found a way to figure it out, and he has such a creative mind. And that's one thing that I will take with me. I keep in my heart always is just how creative of a mind he is, and that is what makes this book even that much more impactful to me. And I've never been incarcerated, but I know a lot too many people that will benefit from this book for me to not make sure that I share it. So um, I someone gave me the suggestion to, reference some books for other people. So I said, all right, for Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm going to share with you guys books, at least 3 books every live that I am either currently reading or have read already, and, just give you some insight or have up to read. So that was book number 1, The SSI Method, written by Joe Robinson. The second one is, it's ironically, it's another one that deals with law and people within the justice category. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I started reading this book back when what was that? Last month for no, was it last month? March for Women's History. And it was so interesting to I sat with a book club to read through this because y'all see this is a hefty book. This ain't light, and I don't have an audio version of it. So yeah, I went through a couple of pages with the book club in my local library, and it was so interesting to learn how many similarities that I had. I mean, besides the name, her name is Ruth. My name is Ruth. But besides that, just the journey that Ruth Bader Ginsburg went through as a woman and having to kind of like fight her way through the injustices of society and of this world. And she pushed herself so hard to the point that she became a judge, because she was determined to not give up. And she learned in her journey that she had to go a non conventional route in order to succeed and achieve whatever her goal is. So I highly recommend this book to anybody that is a part of a book club, because I would kind of recommend to read this with a book club only because it's kind of thick. Um, and you could get more insight and more perspectives from other people. And yeah, it's just a very inspiring book. At least to me, it was to learn Ruth Bader Ginsburg, what her life was like. She's from New York, from Brooklyn originally, Staten Island, just across the way. And yeah, just like life in New York and how a lot of things just have not changed over the years, no matter how much time has passed. So that's book number two. And the last book is a book that I kind of had to take my time reading as well. Because sometimes, these books get emotional. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a softie or whatever. But yeah, this book is about trauma. So it's called The Body Keeps the Score. I don't know if anybody's ever read it. But it's brain, mind, and body in the healing of trauma. So this is by Bessel van Vanderkolk. I hope I said that right. A masterpiece that combines the boundless curiosity of the scientist, the all right, I don't even know what that word is, erudition of the scholar, and the passion of the truth teller, by Judith Herman, MD. All right, and so yeah, this book kind of focuses on trauma and just kind of like processing trauma. And when it comes to financial decisions, a lot of us, we do have some level of trauma that we have gone through in life that um, was either a result of a financial hardship or resulted in us having a financial hardship. So it's usually one or the other. So I feel like this is a good book. This is a great book that you can read again. um, I mean, this one is not too, I have the three different books is like small, medium, large. So, I mean, y'all figure it out which one you want. But the larger books, I would say, definitely, check with your local library or Barnes and Noble or bookstores and see if they have a book club. And I encourage you all to, tap into your book club if you have a chance and really connect with people and learn and grow, because you'll be so surprised what you find in books when you like really sit down and read. I had no idea half of the stuff that was in this Ruth Bader Ginsburg book. Um, and I probably wouldn't have known if I did not take the time out to join the book club at my local library. Um, so yeah, I know that was kind of a lot, kind of a mouthful. And hey y'all, everybody's coming in. Yeah, so I'm wrapping up for tonight because my phone is telling me that it's about to die on me, and the way I have everything set up this week, yeah, my plug kind of is not going to reach the thingamajig in time. So you know, this is live and raw and uncut, y'all. This is me today. This is me for the month of May. And yeah, and also, yeah, the best book of all, obviously, the Wheel of Life workbook. I mean, it's very minimal read. All you have to do is kind of like this is more like an outlet book. You know what I'm saying? So these are like the inlet and outlet, you know? I don't even know if inlet is a word, but it sounds good. So yeah, you already know. Yes, my birthday month. I'm excited, and I really hope this month brings a much calmer, like, peace to my life, because my peace was so disturbed earlier, and earlier this. I mean, the whole month of April, really, but yeah, yeah. But in any case, all right, y'all. that is my time here. Yes, Ruben, stay connected. All my cousins on the line. I appreciate the love, y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up. And I guess until I see you all again, next week, God willing, make sure that you take time to check in on your friends, loved ones, or even a person next to you. Find a complete stranger for each day in the month of May for this mental health awareness month, and just ask somebody like, how are they feeling? Take time to like really sit and listen to them, and you know, let me know what they say. I'm curious. All right, and don't forget to tell them about Ruthie the Truth and the Wheel of Life workbook. All right. All right, y'all. Have a blessed night and rest of your day. And I will see you all next time. Bye. All right, y'all.